Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapBookingWithMe.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And today is Tag Tuesday, so we are making some tags. I had gotten a suggestion on can you make a shaker pocket tag. I sure can, but I will tell you, and I already have, but I will tell you, the one single solitary thing that is like my least favorite thing ever to make is shaker pockets. Who would have guessed that? But it is. I'm just telling truth here. But I was asked to make one, so I'm making it. But I decided I'm not going to make it just any old plain tag. We're going to make banner shaped tag. So here is my banner shaped shaker pocket tag with just a little bit of embellishing on it, and then we've got some seam binding at the top to match, and it has matching paper on the back, but enough space that you could do journaling on this if you wanted to. So here is my banner shaker tag, and I will show you just how it comes together. Very, very easy. I picked two papers from this collection, and I think we still have some of that in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com, and I just picked two that match, which everyone from a paper pad should match. And then I turn them the opposite way so that the whites, if it's just one-sided, and this paper is just one-sided, are in the middle. I cut these at 3 1/4 across, so 3 inches, 3 1/4 inches across, and then they are six long before we punch or cut out our little banner shape. I've got some sequins over here. I've got some little wood veneer pieces. Whatever you want to put in your shaker pocket, go for it, but I have an abundance of sequins, so that's what I'm going to use. Bless you, Aaron Jonas in the background there. And let's make, I'll show you how I cut another. I like this. Let's do this blue scissor paper, and then this little print here. And I'm going to, this pad from Bo Bunny comes with perforated branding strips, so you can just easily fold that over and pop it right off. Okay, I want, oh yeah, they're good that way. I was about to say I want my scissors going this way on my banner tag, but I like them this way too, so we're fine. And I am going to, got both sheets together, put it in my guillotine trimmer. So glad these are back in stock at our supplier. 3 1/4 inch. So you can get, if you're working with 6x8 paper, you can get 2 of these from 2 sheets. So I'm going to go here, do the other, and then we've got this to put in our scrap bowl. We love scraps around here, so I'm good with that. Now you want to get paper clip, binder clip, whatever. Figure out which way you want your tags to go, and get a paper clip and push it onto the top. And you want your whites or whatever you want in the middle that is not going to be seen. You want that in the middle, and then fix your papers. Okay, so paper clip, paper clip. And I think on maybe this one, I'm going to put a tab on top instead of punching a hole and putting seam binding. So let's show you just with this one real quickly, just so we'll have a couple of different examples. What I'm going to do, no getting out the ruler or anything like that. What I'm going to do is just kind of find my middle here, and then figure out how far up I want my banner tags. And I just put a little dot right there. I'm going to get my scissors and come from the corner down here and just straight line to the dot that I just drew with a pencil. And that's all there is to it, y'all, to get this banner shape. Just make sure you go straight so your banner tails aren't like this. We don't want banner tails like this. We want straight banner tails. Okay, so now you've got your banner shape cut. Go ahead and do this one too. And the reason I did that one first for you is because you really can't see the mark that I make, because this paper is so busy you can't really see it. So I'm going to do a little bit more shallow of a banner tail with this one, up to the circle, the dot that I just made, and then the other up to the dot I made. And there is our banners. Of course, now you can also fold these in half and just snip and have your banner shape done. Let's do this one without such a deep banner. Let's go like the tails. So this is about center, and let's go right there. And so from corner to dot, I'm just going to angle my scissors, go to the dot, and then from corner, angle my scissors, go straight to the dot. There we go. Ooh, I like that too. Not as deep, and you can get more decoration on there if you want to. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so we've got all of them cut in our banner shape. Then if you want to, if you are a inker, go ahead and ink. I'm using walnut stain today. So I'm really loving the Tag Tuesday. This is the second week we've done this because I am a tag girl. Love me some tags. Love to add tags to my paper projects, whether it be a journal or a folio or mini albums, scrapbook pages, even my planner. I like putting tags in as bookmarks in my planner. So I'm loving me some tags and love making them with you all. I almost said you guys. I'm from Alabama. We never say that. I never say that anyways. I never say guys. I know Mom opens up every video, I think, with, hey guys. I don't ever say that. I am Southern all the way and just I don't use that. I say, hey y'all. I say you all sometimes. I had a bunch of comments when I was telling y'all what we had for Easter, our Easter supper at Mom's, and all of you were like, okay, you need to stop telling us everything you eat because now I'm starving. It was so good, y'all, and I still have ham in my refrigerator. I need to do something with it in a supper this week, like make it into something else. I'm not really good though at leftovers. Are y'all? I have never been really good at leftovers. For one, Brandon is not, and anybody that's new here, that's my husband. Brandon is not a big fan of leftovers. Go figure. Now, I, on the other hand, you know, I can make chicken salad at the beginning of the week and I can still be eating on it at the end of the week. Any kind of, like tuna salad, egg salad, stuff like that. Now, of course, they get a little stanky if you have them in there too long or don't have them in an airtight container. But I love me some leftovers. But he, not so much. Erin is really not that big of a leftover eater. Bethany, she's fine either way. She is like the happiest, go luckiest kid ever. and I say kid, she's almost 19 years old. But she is. I mean, I could go in the kitchen at night or in the afternoon and start prepping supper, and I could just make mac and cheese and chicken fingers. And she's like, oh, this is so wonderful. Oh, I love this, Mom. This was so good. Mac and cheese and chicken fingers. Or, you know, I can do some kind of elaborate something or other. And like last night we had Italian chicken, and it was in marinara sauce with fresh basil and fresh mozzarella. I cut the mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, and put over it. It was really good. And she was like, oh, Mama, I love this. This is good. So she's like the happiest go luckiest kid ever. Brandon, now that's for anybody new. Bethany is our youngest. Aaron is our oldest. And Brandon is my husband. And Brandon and Aaron are the picky ones in the family. I mean, Aaron is a mac and cheese lover, spaghetti lover. He likes chicken fingers. Anything else, you're going to have to talk him into eating. And Brandon is all about the red meat. He wants red meat all the time. And I'm like, no, you don't need that. You're on cholesterol medicine, mister. You don't need red meat all the time. So I'm trying to get more into the, especially since I'm trying, you know, I'm on a weight loss journey. So I'm trying to get them more excited about ground chicken and ground turkey and turkey burgers and things like that. It's not working though. So anybody got some healthy recipes that I can kind of talk them into? Very much appreciated. So to make the shaker portion of our tag, and see, I love that sound. I know some of y'all don't like crinkles, but I love that sound. Beautiful sound, love it. For the shaker window, I am going to use my 1.5 inch circle punch. And I learned with this one, get it a little further away from the edge than I did with that one. Okay, need a little bit further away from the edge, so I'm just going to go in as far as my circle punch will allow me to go. This is the We Are Memory Keepers 1.5 inch circle punch. So if you have this one, you have the same thing I have, and come in just as far as it'll let you go. And then they flew off the deck. I don't know where they went. They look just like those though. Okay, and then this one, I think I'm going to go on this side, and I'll push them that way. There we go. Oh, got close to the edge on that one too. This one, I'm going to come on this side also, but I'm going to come even further down and go right there. There we go. Yeah, you can put your shaker window wherever you would like to put it. Now, lots of people call these shaker pockets, but I mean, it's not. It's a window. There is no pocket to it. You can't get in there. It's a shaker window. So that's what we're calling ours. Banner tags with shaker windows. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Y'all see whenever you see this video, and you'll know what I titled it because it'll be there. I'll be done with it. Okay, so on this one I used packaging. So I had a little pack of die cuts, and I've just used the packaging in there. Now if you have some acetate sheets, go ahead and use those. Yes, you're going to get a glare off of these. I'm making shaker little peekaboo windows, so I mean you're gonna get the glare. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, I'm going to, oh, I've had this sequin jaw for eons. I am going to empty this into something else and use this packaging. I think I've got enough if I use this packaging, I think I have enough to make all 4 windows. So let me find something to dump this in. Found my other 2 circles while I was getting this. This little piece of pottery here, I think it's a spoon rest, I do believe. This came from, let me look, make sure. Yes, spoon rest. It came from a craft show that we went to up in the mountains in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. And I told Brandon, I said, I want a piece of that pottery so badly. It's beautiful. I love that. And we went around, we were looking at all of it, and the prices were outrageous, which, you know, it's handmade stuff. It takes time to make it. Of course, they need money. But it was so expensive. And I was like, I've got to have at least one thing. I want one thing. And we found these spoon rests. And it was the one thing I could afford. So that's what I got at the craft show. I think I'm going to, yeah, let's just slit it right down the middle. So I've got window for that one, window for that one. And I can cut this one down and have a window for that one, and then I'll have an extra one. Yay. Okay. Slit. Now, easiest way for me to close up the edges, you know, all but one, on these things is score tape. Now, I know that there's plenty of people that say, no, just put liquid glue in there. No, I've tried that many times before. Does not work for me. It leaks out everywhere, and then when I start to put something in, even after I've let it dry for, I don't know, 20 minutes, the stuff still sticks to the edges. I can't stand that. This is instant gratification for me to be able to fill up my little windows. So we're going to put these tags off to the side, and we are going to close up all but one edge of our shaker pocket. And I like to close up all but the skinnier side, so that you're putting stuff down into the skinny end. So I'm just going to put 1/8" score tape, of which we sell at scrapbookingwithme.com. And I'm going to have to look over my glasses so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Right across. And make it as flat as possible, of course. And then use a sharp edge to get that backer off. And then as flat as you can possibly make it without any kind of wrinkles. Okay, now you've got it ready. Now, what you do on that one open end is I kind of measure how much I need, because see, you're going to have to close it up all the way or your stuff's going to fall out. Just kind of measure how much you need, and I'm going to look over my glasses again and get it all the way to the edge, and then just kind of squish it down in there. And I know this is like the most tedious little something or other you've ever tried to do. Yet again, I reiterate why this is like the one project in paper crafting I wish nobody ever came up with. I mean, it's cute and all, but by cracky, it is like the hardest thing ever to put together. Okay, what you're going to do, pull that apart a little bit, then lay it in there, Melina. Quit making it even more difficult than it already is. Lay it in there. There we go. with that side still open. So then you can close it up. Add in all your stuffs, whatever you're wanting to add in. And if you've got one of those little spoons from our Nuger sets, that is ideal. And I know that I've got one around here somewhere, but I have no clue where it is. So we're just going to add in some stuff with our hands. And I'm going to fill up one of the blue ones first. So I'm going to get the gold, and I'm going to get the white, and just kind of throw it down in there. And I'm going to get one of these little wood veneer things. And then you get your sharp end. I try not to fill mine up too much because you're going to get a bunch of bulk in your tag if you do. So get your little sharp pointy end, get that backer off, smoosh that down, and then you got a fully enclosed shaker pocket. Okay, here's the pocket part, okay, but once you put it into your item, it's no longer a pocket, it's just a shaker window. There you go. There's one, and let's close up these. Remember, do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to go across the top and leave that backer on there until I get it filled up. And tear that off, and then I'm going to put it along the side here. Of course, if you've got one of those little burning tools, if you've got one of those, use that. That'd probably be much easier. I've got one of those. I've had it for probably, I don't know, 10 years. Never opened the package. Never opened it. What are they called? Somebody tell me in the comments. I know y'all will anyway, but I am asking about that one because I can't remember what it's called. Okay. There. I'm going to close up that one long end. And my glue has turned around on me. There we go. Okay, as straight as possible. There we go. Let's go ahead and get the adhesive on this one. Okay, the most frustrating part of this entire project is done. Yay! The rest of it is cake. I'm telling you, it is cake. Because it's decorating and getting that pretty little window put in there. Okay, I am inking around my circle window I have made. Aaron Jonas is in the background getting all kinds of chores done for me while I work. Aren't you, buddy? So whatever you hear, you'll just have to hear. Because this is real life in my house. Okay, and inking all around my window on both sides. Okay, so there that is. Should have done that a while ago. Now you got to figure out what side you want front. Of course, I want the prettiest, most decorative side to be my fronts. Again, that is the Bo Bunny Family Heirlooms collection I used. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And then this one goes with this one because it's got the green in it. What I want to do is go ahead and take off my paper clip. And then you're going to figure out, do I need to make this pocket smaller? Do I need to cut off any of that? I like to have a longer shaker pocket that I'm going to put into my window, just so that the stuff that's in it has a fluid motion. It has room to move. If you make the pocket too small, then your stuff's not going to move around as much. You're going to restrict it too much, and then you're not going to get any flow in there. Okay? So that's why I like mine a little bit longer than what the actual pocket is. Now that one is a mite shorter than these, but I think it'll still be fine. Okay, then instant gratification. Again, I'm using the 1/8 inch score tape to put down my little pocket of goodies. And make sure that you put the tape on the correct side of this pocket, because like for me, I have these little wood veneer pieces in here, and they're only going to be, you know, front facing one way. So you got to figure out which way that is before you start putting your adhesive down. You can use liquid adhesive, fabric glue, whatever, but it's going to take a while for it to dry, and for the sake of videoing, I need y'all to see this as quickly as possible. So then I'm going to take off my backer pieces off of the score tape. Any double-sided tape will do, but of course the wider that your double-sided tape is, the more apt it's going to be to show through your little window, so you don't want that. Okay? Then you're just going to line that up so that it's not showing out here, down here, up there, all that good stuff. And you tape it down and make sure everything is good and taped down and nothing is coming out, and it's not. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so see, I mean, it is really nice. It's a beautiful trend, and you know, I don't know when this even came out. It's a beautiful way to display some stuff that you might not use any other time, like sequins. I mean, when do we ever use sequins, really? So if you've got an abundance of that, or even like glitter, if you've got some chunky glitter, that would be very cute in these windows. Oh, chunky glitter. But then of course you gotta get it off of you once you get it in there. It's like sand at the beach. Okay, and I'm just going around every little cranny, every edge with my double-sided tape. And the reason I'm using double-sided tape to put the two pieces back together again is because if I use liquid glue, you've got some bulk with this. I'm trying to hide that a little bit because I know that glare. But you've got some bulk in this, y'all. So if you just use liquid glue, you're going to be sitting there for like 5 or 10 minutes holding it down, making sure that it's not coming apart. Double-sided tape, instant gratification. People have tried over the years to change my mind about that, and I'm like, no, you are not going to change my mind about that at all. No, ain't happening. Okay? I love my double-sided tape. Then I'm going to, see, that's another reason why I cut the two pieces at the same time. Cut them together. So you know that you know that you know that they are the same size, and they are definitely going to line up when you put it together. And look at that, how cute! All put together, beautiful little sequins window, and it moves around. I did not glue the top of this one. That's another key. Don't glue this one to that shaker pocket, because that restricts it even more. So your little sequins or whatever you put in your pocket is not going to move around if you glue the top to it. Okay? Now, if you get off on the lineup by the least little bit, just kind of ink the edge and it'll cover it all up. And it's like that trending audio that's on Instagram and TikTok. Nobody's going to know. How are they going to know? Nobody's going to know. Just ink it. You'll be fine. All right, so smaller little pocket that we've made of shaker goodies here. I'm going to take my paper clip off the top, and I'm going to put my 1/8 inch score tape on the back side, so not on this side where your decorative piece that you've put in there, whatever you want to put in there. You can put little die cuts in here. Those would be cute. You know, those teeny tiny ones that you're never going to use on anything else? Put them in your shaker pocket. Round on the edge there. You know, when I was saying earlier, why do they even call them shaker pockets? You can't get in there. I know that they call them shaker pockets because this is a pocket o stuff. I know that. I'm just, excuse you, Erin. I'm just talking about, you know, getting actually into the shaker. You can't because it's all sealed up. So it's just a shaker window by the time we put it inside of our banner tags here. Okay. Oh, I love it. So cute. I'm going to put this about here so we are not off the edge here and we're not showing down here where the banner is. And you just push that down really good. Oh, that's nice. Now this one's a little more bulky because it's not, I didn't make it as long. So we won't get as much movement, but it's going to be so, look at it, how pretty it already is. Love it. Okay, more 1/8 inch score tape. And it just comes together so quick, y'all. So quick. And just down the banners. You know, stay tuned because we've still got to make the toppers for these and put some kind of little decoration on them too. Okay, there and there. Get the backs off, and then we're going to line it up so that the front and the back, they matchy match. Like that. And then push all your edges together. And yes, there is a little bit of bulk there, but y'all, it's not by much. Look, see? That bulk is not bad at all. Push all my edges down. Oh, that's a cute one. I like that. Oh, I love it. Pretty, pretty. That's the one that had the banner not too wide at the bottom, or not too high at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to glue this shaker pocket on. Make sure of our decorative piece, which way it goes. So we're gluing the shaker pocket we've just made onto the back piece of our tag, not the front. We want to be secure, but we want it to have some movement. We don't want it to be too restricted. And Lila Rose walks in here thinking that I'm talking to her, I guess. Back's off. Sometimes when you're pulling up that back, when it's on plastic, the other piece wants to come with it. So you just have to dig around on it a little bit, get it to cooperate. Alright, so our decorative piece is there at the top, so I want to put it on this way. I almost got that one too close to the edge, but we're good. Okay. And then, last one to put some score tape on. And once you start to put the front on, you always get that little surprise of what's showing through when you put it together. I always like that. I like the element of surprise. I think that's why I like masterboard and collage board so much, because you never know what it's going to look like until you turn it over and see after you've cut through it. Push those sequins over that way so I can get it, because see, I got really close to the edge on that one. Cute. And then you can shake it down, and there's that little wood veneer piece showing through. All right, so here is our shapes, and they've got their windows in them. Let me clean up just a little bit, and we will start putting our toppers on and decorating a little bit. Okay, let's do 2 with craft color tabs. So I'm just folding over some craft cardstock. Try to get it as straight as you possibly can, because you want a straight tab. So there's 2. I think I've got those deep enough. And then on the other 2, so that one's already done, we will put a little streamer at the top. That was some seam binding. Let's do a seam binder top on this one, just using the largest hole on my crocodile for that. And then to get a 2-sided tab, we're just going to put that down into my tab punch. And this is the We Are Memory Keepers tab punch. That's what it looks like. And then we're going to push it over. You want your cardstock longer if possible, wider if possible, so that you can get a good hold on to it. But sometimes, you know, you just got to use what you got. And I pulled this out of my scraps, and it is what it is. So this right here, you do not want to punch now because you don't have a space at the top. You want to pull it down some until you can see a space at the top of it. And you want it to come down at the same time on both sides. But you know, sometimes you're just kind of goofy and you don't cut a piece wide enough and you don't have that. But now I do. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of a space at the top. And I'm going to plop that out, and we have our 2-sided tab. Okay, so this one I got a little bit wider so I can handle it a little bit easier. We're not having to go through all that we went through on that other one. There we go, and I want to push it up just a little bit. Okay, so we've covered everything except we've got that little bitty slit at the top. So then punch out, and there's our 2 tabs. For these other 2, I'm going to ink them with walnut stain, both sides, and then use my Barely Arts glue to get them put down on the top of these 2 tags. Okay, and my rule of thumb for tabs is to come up to where the little humps on the edge are, the edges, and pull it all the way to the top so that that curve is right at the top of your project, whatever you're putting it on. That's just what I do. You do whatever you want to. Okay, and then this one, same thing, just barely have the little curve of the tab at the very top. There we go. And then this one, let's put on some seam binding. Let me see if I've got something. Maybe if I can just find white, I can do that. I didn't have white, but I have cream. Barely not white. And then I'm just going to get the 2 loose ends together. We're going to tie up our loose ends. I had to pull it through. And then there's the topper for that. We could also put word labels on these if we wanted to. We can decorate up however we would like to. I like that with a little bit of something back behind it, maybe like a little piece of lace or something. We could even have it falling off the edge of the tag. I like that. Well, if it will come apart, I like it. Let's dirty this up just a little bit so it's not so stark white. Get our fabric glue and just put a line across so we can put our lace down with. You could also reuse those circles that we punched out if you wanted to on the tag. Well, if I could hold on to things, that'd be great. That little die cut on there. And I don't know that I've got any other die cuts that are small enough for this stuff. That's cute, but it's too big. Okay, I'm going to put this little Tim Holtz word label up here together, and then use one of the circles from the back paper, ink that, and I'm going to put that down up at the top here, like so. And then this other little die cut, that's a chipboard die cut and way too thick, so I'm going to use my sharp end of my stylus, wherever I put it, there it is, and take those back layers off. Just as easy as that. Well, and then glue on the back of that. And right in the middle. So together, here we are. That's the saying for that one. Cute. And then there's that, and then we've got that one. Let's figure out what we want to do to decorate that one. Okay, I really love this. I know it's huge, but it would just barely cover just a little bit of the window, and I'm okay with that because I really love it. And we're going to take off that back layer of chipboard. We're going to make it thin so we're not bulking up our tag too much. Ooh, that worked really good. I'm going to ink the edges to kind of tone down all that white. And then kind of dirty it up a little bit. Oh, I love that. Pretty. And we'll get some kind of little word label to go on the top on that tab. Now, I know that I went on and on about how hard making shaker pockets was for me. I don't know, it's just not as easy for me as it is other people. But these are really cute. I cannot deny that. These are really, really cute. All right, word for up there. Let's do it in maybe black. Let's do creative. Just the one word. And put that up there. Kind of in center, but I don't care if it is or not. Cute. And you can decorate the backs too if you want to, or just leave them as is, and really easy to write on the back if you want to. Get that string off of there. And now these can go into any pocket in any of your journals or on your scrapbook page or whatever. Now, if you don't have a pocket that you think that these will stay in well, you can make an easy peasy library pocket for these to go in. So here's a little bonus for you on this Tag Tuesday. Okay, so I've got one of those wallpaper pieces from Tim Holtz. It's cut 4.5 wide. And what we're going to do, I've also had some people say, I don't have a scoreboard, so how can I score anything if I don't have a scoreboard? Get your trimmer out, and I've cut this at 4.5, see? So I'm going to go over 1/2 inch to 4, okay? And I'm going to use my guide where I would normally cut and use my stylist and just go up that guide, and that's going to get me a 1/2 inch score line. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over. Here's 4.5 again. I'm going to go down to 4 and get another score line 1/2 inch in on this side. Okay, so there's that. You can make yours 1/4 inch wide if you want to. I'm just trying to show you this is how I do my library pockets. Easy peasy. You fold it up as far as you want it to go, however far you want. Let's see. We're going to need, so we're going to need a little shallow one because we need it high enough so that our tag don't stick up over the top of it. Wow, we're going to have to go real shallow. So you need to make your, you're going to need to make your library pocket tall, this part. Pretty tall. So I'm just going to fold it over like that. Okay, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to chomp out like this and like this at my fold, and then again triangle at the fold over to the score line like that, and then don't cut these off. These are your gussets. Like that, and then you can cut these off, or you can just fold them over so that you've got a little bit of decoration on the back side, and just glue those down if you want to. That'll give you some decoration on the edges, and then you're going to fold that up and it's going to get glued on there. I know this is not the prettiest library pocket at all. And then it's going to get put down in there like that. So I just don't really care for this wallpaper that old Timmy came out with. This is not the prettiest. Oh, Timbo, just telling you. Go all the way up like that, and then you're going to cut along this line. I really like the white in the background instead of the wallpaper look. I think this might bring back some kind of trauma from childhood, that pattern or something. I don't know. I've got an ink and ink, and when you're making a pretty much traditional library pocket, you want to do the little notchy notch. So we can do that here. I just barely do one. Since it's such a narrow and shallow library pocket. Okay, then of course you do need to decorate the back, because who wants a stark white background? So we'll just kind of dirty it up instead of trying to find another piece of paper real quick. This is just bonus for Tag Tuesday. And we're going to put glue on that gusset, and we're going to put glue on that gusset. And then we're going to fold it up and get it as close to the edges as you can. And let's round these corners, just cause. And there's our little shallow library pocket that our little tag can go in. Now just make sure that you get your banner pieces on the insides of those gussets and you're good. Look at there. It fits perfectly down in there. And my banner tag is inside that. So not back behind the gusset. That gusset is glued down, or it should be glued down. And then you're putting your tag, your banner, tails down in there. So there you go. I love that. Let's do this one in there. That one might go a little bit better with what we're doing. Yeah, it does. I like that. Let's do a little bit more inking on this side because it's way too much white showing. And then we got white showing right here too. When all else fails, just ink it up really, really good. Like that. And really, really dark inked over here. Yay! And then inside the pocket, inside the gussets, you got your little tab sticking out of the top there. Cute! Y'all, I like these. I know I went on and on about how I did not like making shaker pockets, but I do like these. They're cute. If y'all make some of these for Tag Tuesday or any day of the week, let me know in the comments, or you can tag me, Melina Pylant, or me, Crafty Scrapper, and I will find you and leave you some love. Y'all have a great day. I love that you stuck around and watched this whole entire video with me. It helps me so much with YouTube's algorithms. Y'all have a great day. God bless. See ya. Bye, y'all.